So it's this thing that I want to dissect, right, and make a clear understanding, right, is that this system in the life that we live, right, it's not an accident. It is by design. So like when we be like, the system ain't working, the system is broken. No, it is working by design. The people who fall short with it, that is intentional. Like this is intentional. So you people at the bottom, us people at the bottom, these color people at the bottom, right? This was not an accident. This was on purpose. They chose us from the bottom, right? So any deviation from that is outside of its design. And they're going to fight for their design. Now, I know people think like, no, that couldn't have been the design, blah, 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 da, 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 da. But is absolutely the design. Like that is the people that they are. Even if they say that's not who they are, even if they play nice, even if some of them sit and defend you, at the end of the day, the system in itself was designed for us to not be in touch with nature, because if we was in touch with nature, it would be hotter. If it was hotter, they would die. If we was in touch with nature, we wouldn't need to go to the hospital as much. We wouldn't need, well, we probably wouldn't go to the hospital at all. We wouldn't need like their medical help. And if we don't have their medical help, then they don't have medical access to us. And if they don't have medical access to us, they don't have our blood, they don't have our organs, they don't have our bodies until they release them to your family. So they be able to take whatever the fuck they need out of your body when you die, so that they can do whatever with it that they need to do with it. Like this is not an accident. This is very much how it goes. So, us asking for rectification of the situation is war. Like if you're not okay with the way things are, you're asking for war. And when you're asking for war, it becomes that divide of who can survive in nature and who need these advantages that they set for themselves so that they can be able to survive in nature. So when you're asking for things to be equal, right? You're asking for equal. When you get equal and you get to a place of stability, right? And you're not in survival mode and you got time to actually sit down and think about shit, like important shit, like shit you would normally think about. Like once you've purchased everything you want and you got everything you want and you got a lot of money and you don't have nothing else to do with it and you have nothing but time to sit and think, then things will make sense to you. And they can't have it, right? They can't have it. They gotta have you in a constant state of shock, a constant state of fight or flight, right? So that your adrenaline is always rushing, so that your body is never at homeostasis. It's always in some type of, oh, I gotta grind. So you know what I'm saying? You're always antic, right? And that's not healthy. We're supposed to be chill. We're supposed to be calm. We're supposed to chill out. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, the way in which it work is all by design. Is working perfectly. And you're asking, anybody that's asking for it to change is asking for those people to die. That's what you're asking. And they know that. Although you don't know that, they know that. That is why they have went out their way to make sure shit does not change. To make sure they have a response to every avenue other than violence. Other than violence. Well, they'll give you violence. It'll be shock violence, though. It won't be no shit you could prepare for, because that's their advantage to get you off guard or whatever. To put you in a mind space of always being off guard so that you could get got. But if you was in a mind space of comfort and you was able to sit and really pay attention, you would notice shit. You would see shit. Shit would make sense to you. So that's why. That's why things are the way they are, by design, and by design on so many different levels for them to survive. Like they had to think of everything. And then when shit get out of hand, they have to have you know what I'm saying, a joker in the back that they can pull out to fix this shit. So understand that it's gonna get worse before it get better. Like it's gonna get way worse. And you cannot be scared of it getting worse because it has to get worse to get better. When you go and you remodel a house, you have to tear down the walls first so you see it, and you walk through the house and be like, what the fuck? But once everything get put back together, then it's gonna be beautiful. So we're gonna have to go through the bullshit to get to the beautiful side, because nature is plentiful. It's enough for everybody. There's enough room for everybody. Nature grows everything. It does not need nor require anything from us. And we need to stop abstracting, or stop them from extracting the minerals from the earth, because this is not going to end well.